Okay, so what are we working in? Are we working in print? What do you guys think to do this card? What do you guys think? Yes? All right, so print, right? If you didn't hit new, we want print. Do we want inches? Okay, if you guys have done your mock-ups or working on your mock-ups, what size is that paper you're using, the printer paper? Is it letter size? Letter size, right? 8.5 by 11, right? Now, are we doing this horizontal or vertical? Look at your mock-up paper. Is it sideways and then you fold it in half? Yes. It's not portrait. Or some of you guys are doing a folded one, right? From the top down. Oh, okay. All right. So if you are doing that one, you would probably do this one. But I'm going to show you the way most people do it, which is like a regular greeting card, right? But I think Bella's doing one, and that's your choice. I did tell you guys it's your choice, right? So say we do the typical one. We're going to do monito sideways or horizontal, create, or landscape, right? Landscape, that's the other one, right? Everybody watching? All right. Now, this is one way to find the exact center for our document. So the first thing we have to do, everybody looking? Oh, there it is. See, it makes it funny, huh? All right, everybody looking? Now remember, mine looks stretched. Yours looks more like the proportions of the sheet of paper. Mine looks stretched because of the projector, okay? Now, let me ask you guys, from the little bit that you know of Illustrator right now, what object or shape, right, could you draw that would show you more or less where the middle of this is? Whether it's vertical or horizontal. What do you guys think? What shape? Anybody? Like if I want to find the center, like the exact center, and now we might have that under view, the smart guides. If anybody has those on right here, go to view smart guides. They should be on. You can't see down here, but if I zoom in, make sure that's on. Ooh, it's kind of hard to see that projector. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, what shape from the shape tools that we draw stuff, circles, triangles, stars, could we draw in here that would give us a visual of where the center is this way and where the center is that way? What do you guys think? Anybody? What shape? Huh? To find the center. Huh? Who said that? What'd you say? Anybody? I heard somebody say something. Oh. Who said that? Sherry. Awesome. Yeah, check this out. I want everybody to go to your layers, right? Make sure you have your layers. If you don't have your layers, where's the layers? Window layers, yes? Name that first layer, guides. Or in Spanish, guides. Guides. That. What? Yeah, it's recording everything. I don't know how well your voice will come out, but. Hi. All right. Okay, so guides on this layer. Everybody call it guides. This is gonna be for your card, the top layer all the time. And you'll see right now, because the guides, remember the guides in Illustrator, you guys that are just joining us, they're always visible. They do not print if you do them the right way. All right, so guides. Everybody name your layer guides. Now you're gonna get a rectangle tool right there. If you don't have the rectangle, it's the other ones. Click and hold. Some people were having trouble with this last time. I want a nice bright red fill. How did I do that? I clicked on rectangle first. I clicked on go real quick if you need to go. That coffee's working. All right. You click on the red fill, no stroke. Click on the stroke, tell it no stroke. Pure red fill. Cool? Everybody got that? Just the nicest red. The nicest red possible. Everybody there? Brianna? You drawing stuff? Come on. Follow along. Okay. And I'm gonna go to this corner. Oops, cancel. No, don't click. That was my trackpad. And it'll literally say, it's kind of hard to see on mine. It'll say intersect if you have your guide, your smart guides on. Yes. So that tells you that you're right on that corner, right? And you click and hold and drag. I missed mine. Do that again. And you draw the rectangle, and you'll notice down at the bottom, I can't zoom in because I'm holding it. It'll literally say 8.5 by 11. That is really important that it says 8.5 by 11. So if you can't get that, try it again. Make sure you have your smart guides on. That'll help. And you go to that corner with your rectangle tool. It'll say, as soon as it says intersect, you click and hold and drag and create. And it almost like wants to snap at the bottom corner. You'll feel it kind of snap. Yes? You don't feel it, but you can see it. And it should have said 8.5 by 11, right? Now, Command R. If you don't have your rulers, Command R. You guys there? All right. Now you're going to click inside the ruler, like even click on the 4 if you want. Click and hold, and you're going to start dragging, and you'll see you can't see it on the screen. Oh, you can a little bit. A little dashed dot looking thing, and you keep dragging it until you get to, guess what? The center. Right there, the center. It'll say center, and then you let go, and you should have this little light blue line. Now we're going to do the same thing and go over here to the side ruler. I can see the 6 on mine over here. Over here, guys, right there. And I click right on the number and click and drag. And now I should have a guide that came this way. What do you guys think? Yeah? Let me do that one more time. So rectangle. Now, very important. It's got to be the right size or else, and it's got to be centered or else it's not right, right? You didn't find the actual center. This is just one way. I'll show you guys another way later. But this is a very visual way. So I click and hold inside the ruler, and I bring a guide out to the center. Is Michelle at the door? Or did she lock it? I can't tell. Anyway, everybody got that? So now we have an exact middle. Now, for now, I'm just going to eyeball this. Everybody watch. I'm not going to give you the measurement yet, but typically we do have margins. And anybody try to print on one of these color laser printers and you can't print to the edge, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And in graphic design, we usually don't want text very close to the edge. We want it to be visually clean. So watch this. I'm going to bring another guide, and I'm just going to eyeball this one. Eyeballing just means like kind of looking, and I'll give you guys a measurement later. But now I put another guide right here, and I'm going to make more guides on all 4 sides about visually the same. It's supposed to be 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, but right now I don't want to go into the details of how to do that. So I'm just visually creating an outer guide. You guys see what I did? All right. Now, what happens if you mess up a guide? What'd you guys do? Anybody mess up a guide? Does Command Z set that? Does that work if you mess up? What do you guys think? It does, right? Remember, Shift Command Z is go forward. So if you mess up, you can Command Z, and then I'll show you one more trick. Now the guides, do they print? They do not print ever, right? As long as you created them this way. Now it's very different from creating a light blue line with a pen tool. That's not a guide, right? The guides must come from the rulers. All right, everybody got that? Okay. Now, technically, some of you guys might be putting text on your card, yes? Or a picture, right? Okay. What if you wanted, and you don't have to do this. Is Michelle at the door? Can somebody get the door? Did she lock herself out? Can somebody go check? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bella. All right. Oh, what's going on? Can you guys close the door? What's going on, Reem? We're in the middle of a thing. All right. So I was saying, watch this. Say that I was starting to design my card, right, based off my mock-ups. And I type a new layer and I say right inner panel. We're gonna be doing this later. You have to do this, I'm just showing you, and it'll be on the video. Right inner panel text. Right? And I'm gonna do some text like I'm gonna do a card for my wife for her birthday. She loves Whataburger. You don't have to do this, I'm just showing you. Yeah. That's the right way to spell it, right? Yes? All right. So you guys are seeing this is the card, right? This is the inside of the card when I open it, right? But we always design everything and print flat, right? So this would be the inside, not the outside, what you saw, the inside. So if I wanted this Whataburger to be perfectly centered in this area, in this panel, right? Because remember, this is going to be a fold down the middle. Yes? Everybody understand? How would I know the perfect center of this panel? What do you guys think? Do you guys see that? Anyone? How do I know this is centered on this panel? Right? Remember, this folds. Anybody? What I just showed you guys, how would I create a guide that I know is exactly this width? And yeah, you make another rectangle. Check this out. If I come over here and I get another rectangle and I click here, everybody looking? Click and drag, and I make it fit here, it should be exactly half. Yes? 5.5 by 8.5. And then I bring another guide on that one. And then I delete that. I delete the red because it's not red. But now I know that on this panel, I can move my Whataburger to the direct center of this right inner panel. You guys see how we can pretty much break up anything? Yes? No? Anybody? And then just to show you, watch this background. What are the colors of Whataburger?
Oh, the orange yellow. I mean,
orange yellow? Orange jello? I haven't eaten orange jello in a long time. Oh. What was that about? Orange white, right? Everybody looking? It's okay. It's all right. Everybody watching? Yeah, watch this. It's okay, Michelle. It's all right. How many guys in here at this point, and it should be pretty much anybody except maybe some of the people that joined us a little bit late, couldn't draw a tall orange rectangle? How many? Show of hands. Who could draw me an orange rectangle right now? Everybody should have their hands up. Julian, you can't draw me an orange rectangle? Yes, look, watch this. Remember how I showed you guys how to do patterns? What is stopping anybody from doing this? Watch this. I got some Whataburger colors going, people. Look at that. How did I do that? And it'll tie like, I don't know. I'll catch you up. So all I did was draw a tall rectangle, right? And then I option drag command what to duplicate. Yeah. Now I group those, right? I group those, and now they're really strong color, right? Could I tone them down by using the transparency over here? Look at this. Watch this. And I am actually going to make her a card because her birthday's coming up. And we have like an inside joke. You know, you guys will see that. Transparency. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Sorry. And I can use the transparency. Everybody watching? I can lower the opacity of those because I'm going to type something nice in there, right? So I can lower the opacity, right? And I start piecing this together. I turn on the text. I find a cool font. Everybody watching, Command T, right? And I'm going to show you guys how to download fonts next class. Some of you guys probably already know. Ooh, there's a cool one. Oh, that's not very readable. Oh, I like that one. Everybody watch this real quick. We're almost done here. It was just to kind of show you how this is going to start going together, right? Whataburger. And then if you go to type, everybody look at this. Everybody watching? I selected a copy. I go to type. And again, I'll post this video. And I can tell it to be all uppercase. Boom. Did you guys see that? Type. Change case, uppercase, title case, sentence case. I'll move that guy. I like this one. Right? And if you want to play around with this, how's that? No? Not funny? What booger? No? All right, fine. All right. Whataburger. All right. So I start putting stuff together like this. Now, it's still kind of hard to read. Check this out. Everybody watching? Look at when you think of basic shapes. Watch this. New layer. Right panel. White box. Everybody watching? And notice you're going to start naming everything. Right panel. Whatever's on that side. And you get right left panel. Right? So watch this. I'm going to lock everybody else. I got a white box. I got the text on top. And I can get a regular rectangle. Everybody watching? Yes? I know. I'm going to get white. Yes? Everybody watching? Why is this unlocked? That's weird. Okay. White rectangle. Everybody watching? So I draw a white rectangle. Everybody see? Wrong layer, Novo. And then, I don't know if you guys saw, say you wanted a nice, soft, rounded rectangle. You go to these little dots here, and you drag that. Yes? Everybody watching? Right? So now we're creating like another surface, another area for our text to be more readable. But can you guys see the stripes? You can through the white? No, right? So again, look at the basic stuff I'm using. How about a little transparency? You guys watching? And you can tone that down to where you can start seeing through it, but you can still see the text. The white helps it. You guys see what I'm doing? All right. So you start with very simple shapes. With very simple shapes, we can create different opacities that allow us to see the text better, right? Because we want to see the text, but at the same time, we want to see the background a little bit. And this is even better. Watch this. You guys watching? There's my white panel toned down to about 25%. Yes, everybody watching? Look at when they overlap, a copy of itself. We get another shade. Everybody watching? You guys ready? Look at this. And we're almost done here. Now this one, if I bring it back to 100%, you guys watching? I haven't saved. Sample. Card. Setup. Everybody watching? This is another trick. You go to effect. Everybody watching? Yes? Stylize, the first one. Are you guys watching? Oh, is that the wrong one? Drop shadow feather. Oh, there should be a blur. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Blur. Effect, blur, Gaussian. And now you guys see the edges get nice and soft, almost glowy. Now, in Illustrator, since it's not Photoshop, you can overdo it and it'll look like really harsh edge. So there's a limit to it, but I'd say like that. Look at that. Now I have kind of a floating, whitish background. And guess what? I can still manipulate the opacity of that. So these are little tricks that you can do. What if I put it there? Look at this. It's kind of hard to see the color of this. You guys seeing? So those are some of the tricks you can do to manipulate stuff so that the text or your images are visually more visible, right? Look at that. It's kind of cool, right? Very simple techniques, very simple shapes, right? But we can still kind of see through it. We can adjust it. That's how we're going to start putting our stuff together. All right, let me hit save. Okay. This is the last thing. You guys ready? Now, some teachers get upset. Some graphic design teachers get upset of what I'm going to show you next. But I'd rather have you guys use good quality, free vectors from the internet than low quality, ugly JPEGs that you're stealing from somebody. You guys ready? You go to the interwebs. No. And you type Vecteezy. That's one website. I know. Yeah.
On a commercial called, it's a commercial for a medicine.
Yeah.
And all of this, are you tired of this and that? Introducing Skyrim.
Yeah.
I started laughing so hard.
Yeah.
My mom was like, why?
Yeah.
And I was like, it sounds like a rapper name.
Yeah.
Imagine,
Yeah.
like, listening to music, Skyrim with another one.
Yeah. All right. I got you. Very funny. All right. So I don't know if you guys see this. Now, all over the internet right now, you guys are learning what a vector program can do, like Illustrator, right? It's not like Procreate. It's not like Photoshop. That's pixel based. This is vector based. This is shapes. You guys are already learning how to use that pen tool. The rectangle we drew today to create the guides is a vector shape, right? It is totally editable. You can scale it up to the size of this room and it will not get pixelated or pixelized, right? So you can always type free vectors or free vector images, right? And I just showed you one. Vecteezy is one of them, all right? Shutterstock, good luck. Those guys want to sell you everything, all right? Now, again, you gotta be understanding that some of these, the artists want you to at least give them credit, right? You can do that like in your artwork, and we'll talk about that and copyright and all that stuff. Now, if you manipulate it enough, right, to where people will never be able to identify it, or you really change it and make it kind of your own, then that's different, right? So check this out. I went to Vecteezy. Look at all the free stuff. The ones that say free, you can literally download it for free. Here's a cool Labor Day one coming up, right? So I'm going to tell you, in the business, a lot of people, a lot of graphic designers, time is money, right? Now, I'm not saying that everybody downloads these and copies and pastes them and gets paid. Some people do, and I'm going to show you examples, right? But there's nothing wrong with me going to this. Oh, I'm logged into my wife's account. Now, you don't have to join, okay? Now, here's the thing, though. You can probably download 5 or 6 per day, or you can turn your computer on and off, or your internet on and off, and your IP address. That's how they know, right? We talked about this. Your IP address to this computer. Yes, everybody know what I'm talking about? Ty, you know what an IP address is, right? Each one of these computers in here has an IP address. So they'll limit how many free things you can do per day. So the way to get around that is either turn the computer on and off. But watch, I'm going to download this one. Free download. You do not have to create an account. You just do that and then you tell it no, and it starts. Okay. I'd rather have you guys use good quality free vectors. Now you can't see because this projector is off a little bit. I'll adjust it right now. But it just downloaded into my downloads. Here's my downloads. You guys see it? It usually comes in as a zipped file. Everybody looking? Yeah? And if I go to the folder, it unzipped automatically. There's always going to be a few files. There's either going to be an AI file, .ai. What do you guys think .ai is? What are we working in? Adobe Illustrator. So you're lucky if you find an Adobe AI file, you just open it through AI, through Illustrator, and you can pick out what you need. Now there's a JPEG. Is a JPEG pixel based or vector based? What do you guys think? JPEG. What do you guys see? Is it pixel based or vector based? Look at what I'm zooming in. Does it look pixel based? Yeah. So that one probably not good. It's just static. We can't do anything. But this one, either EPS, .ai, .pdf, you can open with Illustrator. Everybody watching? Watch this. It says it's an old file. That's fine. You say yes. But if I do Command Y, look at that. Totally editable. Somebody like you and me put this file together and decided, I'm going to give this away, right? I might ask for credit in their designs, but I'm just going to post it out there. I want to show everybody what I could do. You guys see it? So you see how the flags show or don't show? What do you guys think? We're almost done and we'll take our break, okay? Why do my flags not show? What did you guys learn with a pen tool to do? What was the whole idea of the pen tool? What did we created clipping paths and then a clipping what? Yeah. Can somebody go see who that is real quick? You're like, yeah, sure, no. Okay, so I started recording again. So you guys saw, right? I found free stuff, right? And we were talking about that I opened the EPS file, yes? Now, the last thing I talked about was, why is some of this hidden? If I do the Command Y, guess why? Because it has a clipping mask. Just like you guys have learned to do it, you select everything, go to Object, Clipping Mask, Release, and now you can see the whole image and you can see the parts. Look at the parts. And then what if it's grouped? What do I do if they're grouped? What do you guys think? Yeah, you go to Object, Ungroup, or Shift Command G, right? And then you can start picking stuff apart and say, I only wanted the American flag from this. And I copy that and I paste it, right? And I go to my card and I put in a, see how I'm showing you guys, you can actually get stuff, right? Now, I'm not saying you should do this all the time, right? Sometimes you can't do this because you want to do something custom or 100% you made it, right? But what I'm saying is, why would you waste your time trying to recreate an American flag, right? That is very generic. Number two, it's free, right? And you can manipulate it and modify it however you want. Yes, everybody understanding? Look at this. So now I have it, right? Now, some people might say, oh, you're stealing that. Well, now, if I were using this and creating a sticker that I sell for 10 bucks and it's political, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And guess what? A lot of people do this, right? And they don't think anything of it, right? But if I'm just doing a card for somebody, I'm doing one-off, right? Something bespoke, as they say, right? What if you're doing your wife's birthday card or your Mother's Day card? There's not a problem, right? There's not a problem. And then, of course, if you manipulate it or change it, right, then there's not a problem. But it saved you time. And right now, you guys are at a point where you don't think about that. But if you're a professional and you're doing this and you need a graphic for a newscast real quick, and your boss is bugging you and said, you got 20 minutes to do it, are you going to use all your resources available to you? What do you guys think? Yes? No? Anybody? Yeah. And I hate to tell you, but in the real world, people recycle this stuff, right? Or you could have taken the time to draw something and then created it, and then somebody else used it or borrowed it, especially in a business type atmosphere, in a creative studio, in anything having to do with audio or video. A lot of things get kind of rehashed and redone. And that's just the truth of it, right? Am I telling you go and take everything from the internet? No. But, right, it is possible to do stuff like that and use your skills and knowledge to get something done quick, right? Because I can tell you right now, you guys may not know it yet or feel it yet, but time really is money, especially in the graphics industry, right? And you can see I just threw this into Photoshop. You guys watching? And there's nothing to stop me in Photoshop from manipulating it further, right? I can come in here and we're almost done here. Got 2 minutes. And I can do any of these filters and things that you can do in Photoshop. Check out this one. This one's like a basic filter, liquify. And you go like that. And you make the brush bigger. Everybody watching? And I kind of manipulate it. You're like, no, well, what are you doing to the flag? I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just showing you an example, right? And I'm already manipulating it here in Photoshop. These are pixel-based images now, right? Maybe this is like for a political cartoon, or you're doing something in video and you want the flag to look distorted, whatever, you say, okay. So I already manipulated it. I've changed it, right? What do you guys think? Interesting? Yeah. And then I put a bevel de-emboss. Look at that. Is it the original one? And I don't know if you guys have noticed, especially in music, when rap music started, those guys started sampling other people's music and cutting it up and putting it into theirs. And there was these big issues with copyright. Some people got sued, right? It's no different on visual stuff. But look, is that what you saw originally on the one I got? What do you guys think? Is that the same thing? Yeah, the same one that I got. I got that from the internet for free. And watch this. What if I come over here and I know how to use Photoshop and I manipulate this, right? And I add colors. Watch this. What if I just add a color on top? And I know how to use Photoshop and manipulate it. And I made it something else, right? So you see how you can start manipulating, changing stuff, right? Getting stuff from the internet, right? Here's the last one I'm going to show you. This one's based in Russia. It is not blocked. If you want to find a logo for something and don't want to spend 10 hours redrawing it, which I'm not saying is something you shouldn't learn how to do. Yeah, you're going to learn. Oops, this is not it. Hold on. Unless they changed it. Unless they got caught. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Brands of the world. Everybody looking? Yes? Check it out. Evil Starbucks is here. Oh, look at that. 3 Starbucks logos, all vector. You can get them, download them, change the colors, manipulate them. I did one years ago where I said Starbucks is evil, and I downloaded this and I made that mermaid look evil, like angry. I know, right? Burger King. Right? Not everything is on here, but check it out. Free. You can download them. You can manipulate them. You can change them. You can make them funny. How about my favorite? Oh, Disney's gonna get me. No? No? All right, you get it, guys? All right, so that's something to think about. I showed you how to set this up. Let's hit save. Any questions before I close this down, right? This is just a setup. I'm gonna post it. And again, you should be working on your mock-ups, right? Do not start on this. I'm just showing you how you can, right? But you can start planning it. Could you set up your file and have your guides? Sure. All right. All right. So I'm gonna stop this.